Hey, welcome back to Castle Farms Homestead, everybody. It is a beautiful morning. We got quite a bit of rain last night. We got rained out of our project last night. In fact, didn't quite get to finish that, but we got some good moisture on the ground, and now it's beautiful this morning. The wind's blowing a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to get a lot of fun stuff done today. So let's get at it. If you remember, I've been wanting to get all this compost tilled into this garden so we get it planted, and it seemed a little bit dry earlier. So we put the sprinklers on it and got some water in it. And then with that good rain we got last night, I think it should be just right now. So we're going to get on that first and till that compost in. But first I got to move those hoses, move the sprinklers, then we'll get right at it. So I think it's definitely doing a better job of getting down into the dirt and mixing that compost in it. But it's interesting that with the watering that I did and a whole bunch of rain we got last night, still you go a few inches down and it's dry. It's amazing. I'm thinking that this compost, which is horse manure and sawdust, I'm thinking that that just soaked in a ton of the moisture and it didn't get down below too far. But it's definitely doing a better job, so I'm just going to continue on, do what I'm doing right now, go through the whole thing. I've been tilling a little slower as well, so it gives it time to kind of dig down in there well, and we're going to get her done. We have the garden
juice. The beef.
We've got the beef. We have the garden tilled up and it's looking pretty good. Definitely got some more dirt up into that compost. Still heavily compost, but that's okay.
That's the good stuff, right?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good, I think. So just to get something in the ground this year, some friends of ours had some leftover potatoes. So we are going to put potatoes in the ground. We're going to make it really easy. We're just going to lay them out on top, and then mound up from the sides, mound up the compost onto it, the compost and dirt, and that'll be it. Pretty quick and easy, I think, and we'll have something in the ground. I'm hoping to also, when we're back home this weekend, to get some of my flower seeds. I like to just plant some of the flowers out there as well, just so we have something growing, something pretty too. So I like pretty things. Bobby will appreciate it too.
You just spat on me.
You're welcome. So let's get at that. Let's get it done. Let's do it. stuff is planted. Now it'll just take a little while for it all to get watered in. So while that's happening, it's time to finish the last hoop on the hoop house. Woohoo! Let's get it done. Thanks for your input. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Castle Farms Homestead. It is another beautiful day out here. Got a little breeze. Hopefully it's not too loud on the microphone, but the good thing about that is help keep us cool down because it's going to be a warm day today. So today's focus is getting the greenhouse true and square and level and prune, and then setting the concrete.
We already threw in the screws to add a little extra support to the base and hip boards where we were able to, if the boards weren't too warped. And so now we're going to level it off.
Yep. If you take a look here, you can see that the boards are wavy, in and out, up and down, but they're all set on their marks on the hoops themselves. So now what we have to do is lift or lower or bring in or bring out to make sure everything is true and square and plumb or prune, your preference. And that way you'll be ready to set the concrete. The other thing is if we look at the tops of the hoops, you can see that the hoops sag a little bit. Some more than others, but we're going to remedy that by pulling the whole bottoms of the hoops together and narrowing that, and that will then lift the hoops up and we'll get a nice good round crown on there. So that's the plan. So first thing I notice is that the last couple hoops drop off down there. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but those last couple drop down. So we're gonna have Brady use his muscle power, pick it up, and I'll shim something underneath, see if we can't get that level.
Can't wait to cut this shot for time.
Lift, okay. Almost right on. Whoops, here we gotta find, it's hard to see in this light. Close enough for what we're doing. We got that shimmed up, and if we look now, it's looking pretty straight down that line. However, if we look straight down this way, you'll see it kind of zags in and out a bit. So after we level the other side, then we're going to work on both sides to bring those hoops in and out so that we don't have that big wave that we're seeing. It's not going to be perfect, but we want to get it close, and then we'll set the cement.
Now we're going to grab some straps and try to pull this thing together a little bit, which will hopefully push these sagging bits up.
Sagging bits, something you never want to hear that you have.
Sagging bits are never good. Now, as the eternal optimist, I bet that when we pull them together, it's actually going to push those bits together and force them down more and just snap them in half.
No way. Not from the bottom.
But that's just because I look on the bright side of things.
We're pulling from the bottom. No, if we pulled from up above somewhere, that could happen, but no way. All right, let's do it. You guys get to see, we haven't tried this yet, so this is...
everything all the videos you've seen before now, all staged. This is the first thing we haven't done before.
Not true.
That's not.
Yeah, we try to show you guys what we're doing, so when we screw up, you see it. But we're going to give it a shot, so wish us luck. Here we go. It is rising. I see it. I think that's as far as it's going to go, because I think we're hit the edge of our holes.
Yes, we are.
But that is up for sure. That's exactly what we want. I'm backing up here by the camera.
That's good.
Better look. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want right there. So what I'm hoping happens now is as we pull, go down like 4 or 5 and pull that together, that all of them in between rise at the same time, which it should, right?
No.
So now we got to get other our other ratchet straps. There, our other ratchet straps, and hook them on and work our way down. And boy, if they could be like that, that is perfect. Okay, everybody, this is not what I hoped for. Check this out. That is not good. It definitely pulled in where the straps are, but just created a huge wave. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to manually lift the other portions and see if it's just not the ground that's holding it up, and see if we can bring those in. If not, we're going to have to hook other straps up and try to bring those in, because that is bad news right there. Oh my gosh. So what we're having to do is we've decided to undo the straps on this end of the greenhouse and just concentrate on this first half up here, because it's become obvious that we're going to need multiple straps, not just a few, to get it lined up, because we're still getting this major curvy line. We've got to dig out some of the holes a bit. That's what Brady's doing down here, because we're finding that some of these are butted right up against the side of the hole, and so they can't move any further. So we're having to create more space. Brady just dug out that one, so there's more space for that to move over. We had already dug this space out, so we're hoping now by digging out some more space with the holes that we can shift it over and line it all up straight. All right, I'll try not to use any foul language here.
He was swearing up a storm earlier.
Very frustrating day. Thought we'd be able to get this all completed with the concrete in, them all set. I knew that squaring and truing everything up was going to be probably the most difficult part. But what we found is that while I was hoping that we would be able to just use periodic straps to hold it all in line, what we found is that everywhere there wasn't a strap, it would bow. And we've tried condensing that. Finally, we decided, okay, we'll just do half of it. But even with half of it, we only have straps for like 6 hoops. So everywhere there's not a strap, it bows. So we're going to have straps for every spot. We thought, well, we could do the first 6 hoops and go ahead and set the concrete there. But again, I wanted to have everything set and true. I don't want to run into problems with, well, that's set now, but now that's not going to line up with the rest of everything and have problems. I want it to be set, true, plumb, prune, everything. And then put the concrete in. Plus, our concrete is wrapped and protected from the weather, but we open that up and put 6 hoops in. Then even if we tarp it, around here, high winds come in, you can tarp the heck out of something and tarps will blow off, rip off, whatever it might be. And I don't want to ruin a whole pallet of concrete while we're over the next couple days while we're gone into town. So, sad point is, after all that, is we are going to need to do straps on every hoop. And so we need to get more straps. And so we're going to go ahead and head into town and we'll be there for the weekend and then we'll get more straps and set it up when we get back. Just a little slower than what we anticipated. It's a bummer.
Yeah, I was actually looking forward to getting some concrete in the ground.
Very much so. So that's a wrap for today. We'll see you next time on
Castle Farms Homestead.
That's what I said.